Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're having a wonderful day or morning whenever you're watching this. So today we're going to do another supplement video and it's going to be on Agnus castus, which is also known as VITEX. It's such a popular supplement, especially for women trying to figure out hormonal imbalances, you know, hormonal acne, that kind of thing. I actually went to college yesterday and had lectures actually on herbal medicine, and we touched on this, like on Agnus castus, and I was just really excited learning about it. And yeah, I just wanted to share the information really in today's video, and I'm also kind of thinking of trying it myself actually. Before we jump into the video, if you haven't already, come join the team and press subscribe. I upload videos every day, Monday to Friday. So that's 5 videos all around like skincare, health, wellness, that kind of stuff. So I'd love to have you part of the team. Anyway, let's get into today's video. So firstly, what even is Agnus castus? Where does it even come from? So it is actually a herb, but the part that we use for Agnus castus comes from the berry. I've actually brought my lecture slide here with me so I can also tell you some of the other names it's known for, just in case, you know, maybe in your area you call it something different. So it can also be called chasterberry, I think that's how you say it, and monk's pepper. Yeah, interesting names. Now, for a menstrual cycle to be healthy and regular, there is so many hormones that take place in this like process. Now, ones that are really important are things like progesterone and prolactin, and one of the like glands it goes through is the pituitary gland. Now, Agnus castus, or VITEX, whatever you want to call it, actually works on that pituitary gland, and what it actually does is it actually reduces the prolactin. So if you find you have really high levels of prolactin, then this might be beneficial for you to help like reduce that prolactin what's it called, like excretion. And also whilst doing that, it also helps to regulate our progesterone levels. So that is so important, especially for like a healthy ovulation and just a healthy menstrual cycle in general. If you find with your menstrual cycle that your luteal phase, so the second half of your cycle, is the part that you struggle a bit with, then this actually is a fantastic herb that you could maybe consider, and maybe going to get some advice and talk to someone about possibly taking. So in a simple nutshell, it's really good for helping to regulate someone's cycle. So people that this might be really great for is people like PCOS. Fantastic. What if you just have an irregular cycle and you don't have PCOS? Now, when I say irregular cycle, that can stem from, you know, having very scanty periods where, you know, you have one and then you don't have one for months and you have another. So that kind of extreme of an irregular cycle. Or it could just be maybe you have like a long cycle, so maybe your period comes every like 40 plus days, and that's kind of like the kind of situation that I was more in basically, and I'm trying to just keep myself out of that, because for my personal cycle I find it's my ovulation I struggle with. My ovulation happens too late in my cycle, which actually makes my cycle longer. So I'm really interested to look into this to see if maybe taking it I can actually bring my ovulation a little bit forward and have a regular cycle. So if I start taking this, I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I've also got written on my slides here, apparently it's also good for endometriosis, fibroids and ovarian cysts. I don't know too much about that part, but there you go, that's on my lecture slides. Now, another thing it can help with is actually PMS. Now, PMS is actually, you know, the reason why you might get really bad PMS is because your hormones are a bit unbalanced. If our hormones were actually perfectly balanced, we actually should have very minimum or if any PMS at all. So yeah, by helping to regulate your cycle and hormones, and obviously your PMS is going to decrease there. Another situation someone might find this really handy for is if they've just come off of like the pill and contraception, and they need to regulate their cycle back out and get everything, you know, working as it should be, then this is a real popular one to go for to help regulate that. And when it comes to acne, the reason why this is a popular supplement to go for is because it is working on our hormones, and it's going to help treat hormonal acne. So if you have hormonal acne and you know you do suffer with your menstrual cycle, then maybe this one you could maybe look into and think about. But on the flip side to that, obviously if your acne isn't stemming from hormonal, then this isn't going to help your acne. The only people that this will help is the people whose acne is stemming from a hormonal base, and yeah, basically that's kind of it, simply. The best way to actually take this is through a tincture. Now, if you don't know what a tincture is, it's basically, it's a solution which has like the herb and then it's mixed with like, you know, with some alcohol, and then what you do is you mix it with some water to dilute it, and then you take it that way. Now, I know a common form of taking Agnus castus is through tablet form. I've seen that a lot on social media. Personally, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna go for the tincture form, because I think it's much more like effective through that form. And the other thing is that when you have these tablets, actually it's like a lower dose than really what a therapeutic dose is. If you undid those capsules and see how much powder's inside and like compared that to what actually a therapeutic dose of powder is, it is substantially less. So you just need more of it, and that becomes way more expensive, and also you might not get the results that you want because you're maybe not taking enough. So I would go down the tincture route personally, and maybe have a look if you've either got like a herbalist near you or somewhere, you know, which sells these kinds of things. I mean, if you look, or you can even get things online and stuff, if you have a look, I'm sure you'll be able to source stuff. But something that I learned actually in terms of taking it is the best time of day to take Agnus castus is first thing in the morning, because that is when actually your pituitary gland is the most active. So yeah, you want to take it first thing in the morning when that is happening to get the best effect. Now in terms of how long to give it, you need to give your body at least 3 months to really, you know, kick into gear and let your hormones balance out. Hormones don't just change overnight, so you need to allow them that time. So 3 months is a really good starting point. But once things start to kick in, then yeah, you can come off of it. Like, you don't stay on it for the rest of your life just to keep your cycle regular. It's not one of those. And that's like a real easy trap a lot of people fall in. They, you know, try a supplement or a herb or something and they get really good results, and then they're frightened to come off. What you're doing is you're just kind of giving your body a little helping hand, just get things back in order and working again, get the machine working again, and then you can take it out, and hopefully it should, you know, be good, you're off and running. Now in general, pretty much for all herbs really, is you should avoid them when you are of course pregnant. And another thing as well with this one is that it isn't really advice for like young teens. So if you're particularly young, you know, like early teenagers, not recommended as well. But of course guys, in general, like when I make these videos, this is just literally sharing info. Of course I always recommend, you know, go seek a professional, you know, go get some advice about it. Maybe, you know, might go see a herbalist or a naturopath, and you know, this is like giving you the info for you to like look into, research yourself, and maybe bring up in conversation when you do go, you know, get advice. And another thing as well, and this is kind of obvious, but another thing they say is that, you know, don't take it while you're taking like the contraceptive pill or like hormone replacement therapy. The reason because is, to be honest, it's just very contradictory, because obviously the contraceptive pill and hormone replacement therapy are also working, you know, on your hormones, kind of doing their own like rhythm and cycle with it. So taking this is just kind of the complete opposite. It's like so contradicting. So yeah, that's another thing. I would love to hear if you guys have tried it, what your results are with it, because like I said, I am thinking of trying it myself. I think I'm gonna wait until like my next period, and then maybe start on my next cycle, and well yeah, we'll see what happens. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, because it helps me out so much guys. Like I honestly appreciate it so much when you know, give thumbs ups and like comment on my videos, because it really helps my channel in terms of like the engagement and stuff, and getting my videos out there more so more people can find me. And also if you haven't already, make sure you do press the subscribe button and join the team. To my side right now, I'll pop another video if you want to go check out some more. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye.